to find that saving grace.
Hi everybody, it's Mike Newman. It's Monday morning finish line. It's March 8th, maybe Monday afternoon finish line by the time this gets published. Monday morning finish line, March 18th, 2019. Had to start the show with a little Tom Petty. Was listening to some of his music driving all over the place this weekend. So, now on with the countdown. Okay. We got a lot to talk about. Did not do a show last week. You didn't miss anything. My voice was cached. It was really bad. Haven't lost my voice like that for like 2 weeks. Some of you are like, hey, yeah, that's a good thing that you can't talk. Well, I can talk, or I can write, and whatever. So we have a lot to talk about, and I mean, there's a lot of things coming up. This week, we had a lot of things. Last week, we have Illinois top times this weekend. That should be fantastic. Remember what happened last year at where half the teams couldn't get down on Saturday because of that ice storm, snowstorm? I don't know if it's going to be like that this weekend. So, hey Google, what's the weather going to be like in Bloomington, Illinois on Saturday?
In Bloomington Saturday, it'll be mostly sunny, with a high of 59 and a low of 42.
See? That's... You ask for the weather, you get it. Maybe they'll run the meet outside. Hey Google, will they run the track meet outside on Saturday?
Sorry, I'm not sure how to help, but I'm learning more every day.
Okay. Well, she doesn't know. It'll be inside the Shark Center. We're pretty sure about that. So, let's talk... Where should we start? Katelynne Hart. 2 weeks ago or 2 weekends ago at New Balance Indoor Nationals, Katelynne Hart runs 9:58, fastest 2 mile ever run indoors by an Illinois athlete. Gets second in nationals behind Caitlin Toohey. She was only 7 seconds back, so it was kind of interesting to see some of the national media the following week. They didn't really talk about that. Hart has taken her game to another level, and she's getting closer and closer and better and better. How did we know this? Because on Friday night at York, the West Suburban Silver Girls Meet, I'm over at the boys meet at Proviso West, and I'm looking at my phone and I'm going, well, what's going on in this meet? I see that Glenbard West had run 9:24. I'm not thinking anything of it. There's runners there that I didn't even recognize. Then the 1600 results came up, 4:44 for Katelynne Hart. Number 2 fastest time ever in Illinois for 1600 meters. Hart has the first one on her way to the 4:44. She ran 4:43 at Magis Miles last year on her way to the 4:44 mile. But then I get up the next morning finishing up the videos for the York Boys, or for the West Suburban Silver Boys Meet, and I emailed Paul Haas. I'm like, so tell me about this meet. And he's like, well, the amazing thing was that she ran 2:11.4 at in the 4x8 split. I just shook my head. I told another coach later when I was at DuKane, and he just shook his head. So, and then she comes back and runs 59.9 in the mile relay. Give me a break. So, I mean, she has all these titles, and I said it before, I said it after the 2 mile that she was the GOAT, you know, greatest of all time regardless of gender coming out of this state. And we still have another year and a half to determine that, but with all the state championships she's won, she holds all the state bests for 1600 and 3200 basically. So I had a few people on Twitter going, well, what about, come on. This, amazing, just amazing, absolutely amazing. So, no, I said I was in 2 places this weekend. I was at West Suburban Silver, Proviso West on Friday night, and I was at Batavia, the DuKane Girls Championships on Saturday afternoon. So I want you to watch the end of this 4x2.
Here comes Oak Park. And York got it. York got it. Unbelievable finish.
That was an amazing finish. I didn't even see that coming. York's, it's a junior, Matt Austin, came from 10 meters back, like with 30 meters to go, and he catches the Oak Park runner and the Glenbard West runner. That was a turnabout for a lot of things for York, because they went on to win the conference championship. They look good, and considering the fact that they have sophomores and juniors as their big scorers right now, they're going to be interesting to watch. Oak Park didn't have Corin Leonard. They did have JT Louder, who tied for the win in the 55, won the 55 highs and lows, gets third in the 200. So Louder was busy that night. He really impressed me. Every time that I watch him run, it's a joy to watch him hurdle. He's got his technique down, and he looks good. So. And that meet was a good meet. You can watch the videos on ilxctf.runnerspace.com, on runnerspace.com, or the links are up on ilxctf.com. Rory Cavan winning the mile in 4:21, which is Illinois number 2 for 1,600 meters. If you combine Rivera's 4:19 at New Balance, that's number 3. But Cavan looked smooth, and he ran it basically by himself. So check out those videos there. It was a good meet. Batavia. I get to the DuKane Girls Meet on Saturday morning and talking to Dennis Perron, who's the Batavia head boys coach, and he told me what happened at the DuKane Boys Meet the night before. So what happened is Batavia was on their way to winning the 4x4 relay. They ran about 3:27, about 5 seconds ahead of Wheaton North. And they thought they had won. Most of the teams have left to go back to the team area inside the school. And the officials disqualified Batavia because their number 1 runner cut in too early. As you're coming off the curve, cut in too early. And so Wheaton Warrenville South won the boys' title by like about 7 points. But that's going to be a great rivalry going forward because Wheaton Warrenville South has a great program. Batavia, we know, has a great program. It'll just be fun to watch. Great doubles. 157 by Adam Kennedy in the 800 with Charles Murphy of St. Charles. He's close behind. Sean Mason, 919, 424 double. Winning the 3,200, 1,600. 5 guys under 927. That is a good distance conference. Cedric Rousey, 650, which is number 2, or no, yeah, tied for number 2 in the 55-meter dash. And he ran 22:43, which is number 4, number 5 in the 200. We're not going to see Mason. We're not going to see Rousey down at top times this weekend. What else? So on the meet on Sunday, well, one of the main reasons I went was because of Katrina Schlenker. Boy, she acts like a freshman outside. You know, the joy, the joking around with her teammates after the race. But when she steps to the line, man, there's so much focus there. So she ran even splits, kind of. 5:16, 5:16, ran 10:32. Wins by 8 seconds over Alice Abbott. Now, Abbott is disqualified in that race. If you go back and watch the videos, you know, on Runner Space of that race, to watch the beginning, and she cuts in immediately. She's on the outside lane. She cuts in immediately to lane 2, lane 3. Now, there were no cones there, but the starter gave the instructions, stay in your lane till you go around the curve. And that's too bad. She came back, Abbott came back and ran a good 5:09 mile to get third, behind Schlenker, who ran 5:03. and Sam Poglish ran 5:07, who won the 800 earlier in 2:22. So we had a good interview with Katrina Schlenker from Batavia last Saturday. Here's that interview.
Well, we saw a great race. This is Katrina Schlenker from Batavia. Mike Newman from Dystat. 10:32. Did you expect a 10:32 today?
The splits, we were going for 10:30, like somewhere around there.
Okay.
And I think it was my only second 2 mile this year, so like indoors. So I was kind of going off of feel and like the splits as well. So.
Yeah, you were in 10:59 earlier this year, right? Something like that, or
10:50 or.
59.
Yeah, I was like, no, not 10:15.
No,
but,
no.
Yeah, I ran 10:59, I think.
Yeah.
And that was like, I think it was the first meet.
Right,
I'm not
right.
really sure.
It's the first meet that you doubled, yeah.
Yeah, and it was okay, but I feel like it just wasn't like the best race and everything. But I think now that the 10:32, like I'm happy with that.
Kind of helped that you had Alice Abbott with you most of the way too. So what's going through your head, going into the last half mile?
Last half mile, I wanted to stay calm and everything, and then just like use my speed for the last half mile, because I knew I could try and do a fast 800 and try to win it.
You took off. I mean, you gained 4 seconds on her from the final 400, from 400 to go to 200 to go. Did you feel that?
I just got really excited. I think. Because it's my first conference indoor meet, and I was like, maybe I can win this and everything, and I think I just like all the excitement, just like it was like last lap or outdoor last lap, so yeah.
1600, you broke away the final 3 laps. How are your legs feeling during that race?
I think I cooled down well and I warmed up well. I think they weren't too tired actually. Like I was feeling pretty good going into it, and my strategy going into the race was just to like stay calm and just see where the race take me. I wasn't really going for time, really, because of
just going for basically the win.
I wanted to like help my team as much as I could, so I was going for the win. Yeah.
And then that 4x4, you got a little excited that first 200 running like a 27, but you ran 60.5. So was it the adrenaline kind of kicked in when you got the baton?
Yeah. I think the 4x4 is more of like a chill event for everyone because it's only 400, you know.
Right.
So you're just going into it having fun, you know. It's our indoor conference meet, so just have fun with your team and see what you can do for everyone. Everyone did amazing. Like it was great.
Absolutely, your team ran tremendously.
Yeah.
First time running indoors this year. How did this work out for you? Because you're not used to. I mean, would you just start training middle school, like during the year?
7th grade was track. Started training, but I actually did do TMS, like indoor.
Okay.
Like maybe like 3 indoor meets every year in middle school, but that wasn't really like competitive, like very competitive,
like high school.
Yeah,
like
it wasn't like high school, like intense. It was stuff. It was more like fun, you know, just fun stuff to get me to do outdoor and
to get your feet wet and then to get ready for outdoors. How do you feel going into the outdoor season?
Outdoor season, I'm really excited, and the whole team's doing amazing. Like we just won conference, so like that's really cool. Like maybe we can win outdoor conference too. Like everyone working together.
And then maybe do some special things in Charleston too. I know that's a long way off, but. So enjoy. You've got a race here on Thursday, right? The relay meet.
The relay.
And then you get a little time to train and get ready for.
Spring break.
Are you gonna basically train here, going out of town?
I'm going to Florida, so train in the heat. I love it.
Yeah, that'll get you ready for Charleston at the end of May. Yeah. So, well, enjoy your spring break.
Thank you.
Great racing today.
Thank you.
So. I can't wait to see what she does outdoors. Batavia could have a good 4x8 relay team, especially with Schlenker in there. She won't race against Katelynne Hart until state. Their paths will not cross before that. So that will be kind of cool to watch, won't it? What else happened? Well, we have top times this week. Now, mind you, I have not been too busy dealing with other stuff this weekend. I haven't looked at the entries. Well, kind of not. I kind of did a little bit. And wanted to see some of the distance events. And, like in the I haven't looked at 2A and 1A yet, but there should be good meets. But you'll see more of the previews on ilxctf.com. Hey Google, tell me about the Illinois Top Times previews.
Sorry, I'm not sure how to help, but I'm always learning.
Well, check on Wednesday, check on Thursday. Yeah, I'm having fun with this. Check on Wednesday, check on Thursday on ilxctf.com, and we'll have previews for you, things to watch this weekend. There's a live webcast if you can't make it down. That Runner's Space does a beautiful job of producing. And check it out. Maybe we'll see finishes like this at Top Times, like we saw in Batavia a few weeks ago at the end of the 3,200 meter run, the boys' 3,200 meter run.
And there he goes! Pushing, not letting up! And he's gonna make a move. All out! Here we go again! Pushing! He did it again! Same thing last year! 9:17.9! A new meet record! 9:26 for Wilson, a freshman! Give me a break!
That was an incredible finish between Tyler Cushing and Rory Katelynne. You know, both of them ran 9:18. Both of them ran PRs. It's going to be interesting. Katelynne is not going to be at Top Times. You have the top 5 or top 6 distance programs in the state won't be there, but there will be some good races in the 3.8 level. And the girls 800. That's if you're going to go down there and watch this race live, that's the race to watch, because Katelynne Hart has not broken 2:13 in a open 800. We saw what she did in the relay 2:11, so she's ready to break one loose on Saturday. I don't know if she's running the 4x8. Glenbard is entered in the 4x8, but she's going to be running fresh, and Claire Hill's going to be there, and Erin Reedy's going to be there. They have the top 2 times in the state going into Saturday. I don't think they will after the race is over, but we'll have to wait and see. That should be a fun race. And there's other fun races. Homewood Flossmoor Boys, one of the top boys teams in the state, they're going to be running out in San Diego. That's what they did last year. But Homewood Flossmoor's girls will be there. At Gene Armour on Saturday, 1:43 in the 4x2. They're revving it up. And then 3:59 in the 4x4. So they're ready to go. They're one of the top teams in the state right now, and on the 3A girls level. So what else do we have here? Other highlights. Huntley, I think, has the fastest track, one of the fastest tracks in the state. Maybe the fastest in the Chicagoland area. Yeah, they do. So Crete-Monee runs 1:30. They had a B team that ran 1:33. There are a lot of teams that are struggling to go under 1:35 indoors. And here's Crete-Monee with 1:30 and 1:33. Give me a break. But Jamal Safo, 6:94 in the 60-meter dash. He could push, without Joshua Bridges there, he could push Marcellus Moore for the state title in that event. Moore didn't run last week at Southwest Prairie. Rested him. So we should see some good things from him. And then Safo runs or jumps 23 feet in the long jump. And then he's part of the Crete-Monee's 3:22, which is number 2 in the state, behind East St. Louis. Hey, let's talk about East St. Louis. Give me a break. At New Balance, Willie Johnson in the first section runs 48:39. Best time in the state, obviously, right now. And then their 4x2 and 4x4 win the emerging elites. So, do you think they have a chip on their shoulder? Yeah, I think they have a lot to prove this season. And nice as can be to our photographer Laura Duffy, who took some great pictures at New Balance. So I can't wait to see what the Flyers do outside. I don't know if they're coming. I didn't see them in the entries. I haven't looked at the 2A entries yet. So maybe they're coming, maybe they won't. We'll see. We'll see. So, also, Gene Armour, we mentioned, Homewood Flossmoor. We didn't mention Andrew O'Keefe, who had the fastest time in the state at 800 at 1:55, still does. Then he runs a solo 4:16, and he's going to be back at in Bloomington defend his title. Tell me about, hey Google, tell me about Andrew O'Keefe from Granite City High School.
Sorry, I can't help with that yet, but my team is helping me learn.
I hope so. Yeah, I don't know if I should use this anymore. Let's ask it a simple question. Hey Google, what's the temperature right now in Caracas, Venezuela?
The temperature in Caracas right now is 81.
Warm. Imagine running in that right now. Okay, enough of that. What else? Mid-Suburban League, the Nagel Sailor meet at North Central College on Saturday. Alexis Knight, wow, what a great triple. 7.30, 55-meter dash. 56.87, winning the 400. And she had company. Gabby Casio of Barrington was close to her. Barrington swept all 3 relays in the girls' side of that meet. And then, 25-19, one of the top 5 times in the state in the 200. So, Alexis Knight, we salute you. What a great job this weekend. Josh Methner on the boys' side, 9.22, wins by 17 seconds over Eric Snell from Prospect, and then comes back with his teammate Max Svetny and runs 4.31. Raylan Robinson at the Central Suburban League meet at Glenbrook South, and you can't wear spikes on that track. And she jumped an Illinois #1, 19.4.5. So good for her. She's going to be jumping down at Bloomington this weekend. And then Riley Ammenhauser of Neuqua Valley helped Neuqua Valley win the DVC Girls Championships over Naperville North. But Ammenhauser jumps in the triple jump, 40 feet 9, U.S. #6. And then, jumps 19 feet, which is an Illinois #3. So, a lot of things happened. A lot of things happened this weekend. We did write a recap, and it's up on ilxctf.runnerspace.com. Check that out. A lot going on this week. We will get you the previews on Thursday. You can watch the webcast of the Class A meet. Starts at 3 o'clock on Friday. And then Saturday, it's just full-blown track at the Shirk Center with the 2A meet starting at 9 o'clock. Running events at 9:45, 10:15, something like that. And then the 3A meet in the afternoon. Can't wait to see Homewood Flossmoor run. Can't wait to, the hurdles race will be great, where you have a rematch of last year's outdoor finals between Caleb Call of Homewood Flossmoor and Hallie Bieber of Naperville North. So, and there's a lot of other things that we're going to look at. But you'll have to wait for the previews on Thursday. I have to look at this before I can say anything. So, what a week. My voice is back. Yay! What should we ask it? Hey Google, tell me about Nike Cross Nationals.
According to Wikipedia, Nike Cross Nationals is an invitational cross-country meet that serves as the unofficial team national championship of United States high school cross country.
Wow, that was more information than I expected. Hey Google, tell me about Mike Newman from DieStat.
Sorry, I'm not sure how to help.
Yeah, I need a lot of help right now. Okay, so that's it. End of show. We will get back with you on Monday for Monday Morning Finish Line. We will recap what happened at Top Times. We'll get you some great interviews, and no highlights from the meet because I don't have access to that, but you can watch all the highlights after the meet is over on runnerspace.com. So, until the next time that we talk, and I promise it'll be next week, if my voice is still here, it's Mike Newman from Monday Morning Finish Line. Have a great week. Enjoy this weather, because what's the weather going to be like this weekend in Lombard, Illinois? Google? Hey Google, what's the weather going to be like this weekend in Chicago?
Friday through Sunday in Chicago, highs will rise from 46 to 56, while lows will rise from 33 to 44. Friday and Saturday, it'll be sunny. Sunday, it'll be cloudy.
Hey, want a question answered? Well, a few questions answered. Do that. So, So for the next time that we talk, it's Mike Newman, Monday morning finish line. Have a great week. We will see you down at Top Times in Bloomington. Bye.